Thank you for taking a moment to watch this video. And on this particular training, we're going to pick up where we left off on our last training, where we're talking about syncing data over from HubSpot into a PhoneBurner account that's networked so that we can take advantage of LeadStream and have all of the data syncing between the two systems. Now, one of the things that you might run into is as you and your organization are working through that data, you may have people that you need to follow up with, or people that individuals on your team need to follow up with, and you want to make sure that each person on your team has a simple way of finding their contacts to follow up with. So I want to show you one way of accomplishing that. So we're going to jump over to our dial session settings, then we're going to go to dispositions, and you'll see here we got the one starter live answer set. That's the same set of buttons that everybody's using when they're making calls. Now, if everybody's using the same buttons when they're making calls, everything that happens when they click those buttons is the same. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that the buttons that I use are slightly different than the buttons Mary uses or Johnny uses, so that when they disposition, somebody is interested or follow up or whatnot, it's easy for them to find those contacts in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and make a copy of the starter live answer set. Now I'm going to edit the copy, and let's change this one to Jeff's set. And we would do the same thing for each of our team members. So let's take they are interested. I'm going to take the they are interested button, and let's say I need to follow up with those people at some point in the future. So I need to be able to easily find the people that I mark as interested versus who Mary marks as interested. So I'm going to go down here to tags, and I'm going to create a tag called Jeff, and I'm going to save that. So now anytime the they are interested button is clicked in the Jeff set, that contact will get tagged Jeff. And I'm going to do the same thing with follow-up. Add a tag Jeff. And all the others I don't really care about. I don't need to follow up with my not interesteds or wrong persons or do not calls. It's just the interested and follow-ups that I want to be able to track with my tag. So now I've got a custom live answer set that's specific to me. I need to make sure that when I'm making calls, that this is the specific live answer set that I'm going to use. So I'm going to make this my default, and I'm going to go create a custom dialer preset. I'm going to take the call-in campaign dialer preset. I'm going to make a copy of that. I'm going to add Jeff in there, and I'm going to change the live answer set to Jeff set. Now that I have a custom dialer preset that's taking advantage of my custom dispositions, I'm going to jump over to my LeadStream settings. I'm going to go into Manage Recipients, and I'm going to take Jeff here. I'm going to edit Jeff, and Jeff is going to use the calling campaign preset for Jeff. So now when I go to start making calls from this LeadStream, the system is going to tag all of those contacts that I mark as interested with my tag. So I'm going to go ahead and hit start. Let's say I'm calling Philip, and let's say Philip answers the phone and he's interested. So I click they are interested, and I'm going to go ahead and end this session. So I just made one call. If I refresh that, you can see this LeadStream is now down by 1. Obviously, you're going to call more than one person at a time. This is just for an example, just to show you how things work. So now let's jump over into the interested folder where I will see Philip McCoy, and I will see Philip is tagged with Jeff, giving me the ability to search for contacts that are in the interested folder and tagged with Jeff, to be able to initiate a dial session to these types of contacts, right? If I wanted to call all of the interested contacts named Jeff, I'd just come in here to the advanced search. I'd look for contacts with the tag of Jeff in the interested folder, hit search. That gives me a list, and then I can begin a dial session to those people. In fact, and then I would use the, actually, let's go. I just want to point out here, if I went to manual settings, you'd see that the live answer set is defaulted to Jeff's set. Just wanted to point that out. So Anyway, there are a few other ways that you could go about kind of managing the data across multiple users. Like you could do different folders. Like I could have an interested folder Jeff, an interested folder Mary. There's a lot of different ways that you can go about this. This is just one option that I wanted to share with you as you're configuring things. So anyway, that's it for this specific training. Make sure you continue going through the training so that you get the most out of the integration between PhoneBurner and HubSpot so that you and your team can get more done in less time using the power of PhoneBurner. Thanks again, and happy dialing.